this is Maria from CaminoWays.com. 3 things about Ourense. The city of Ourense, ancient Auria for the Romans, is the starting point of the last section of the Via de la Plata route of the Camino de Santiago. It is probably one of the most beautiful last sections of the Camino de Santiago route. There are 3 things in Ourense that you won't find anywhere else in Spain, as the popular saying goes: the Santo Cristo, the Roman bridge, and the Burgas, with its hot water fountain. But there is much more than 3 things that will captivate you when you visit Galicia's thermal city. Its thermal waters. The city owes its name to its past as a gold mine, but today, gold gone, Ourense's hot springs and thermal waters remain the city's most unique attraction to locals and tourists alike. They can be found all over the city, and many can be enjoyed free of charge. The most iconic is the thermal spring fountain of As Burgas in the city centre, with water coming out at 65 degrees Celsius. There are 4 thermal areas in a stretch of merely 3 kilometres on the right-hand bank of the river. A Chavasqueira public pools of hot mineral and medicinal waters, then the thermal spring of Otinteiro, with waters believed to help alleviate skin problems. 2 kilometres ahead is Burgo do Moinho das Veigas, with 4 public thermal pools, and the last one is Outariz, with 4 pools recommended for sufferers of rheumatism and arthritis. The pools are open all year round, with a combination of public open-air baths and private areas. A city of water and bridges. There are 8 bridges over the river Minho as it crosses the city of Ourense. The most famous one is Ourense's Roman Bridge, from the 1st century, also known as the Old Bridge, Ponte Bella, or the Big Bridge, Ponte Mayor. The bridge underwent some renovation work in the 12th and 13th centuries, as well as in the 17th century. But 7 of the 11 original bridge arches still remain today, and the bridge is a pedestrian-only area since 1989. The Santo Cristo. Ourense's cathedral, also known as St. Martin's Basilica, is home to the Santo Cristo, among other things. The Santo Cristo figure was originally brought from Fisterra to Ourense in the 14th century, by Don Vasco Pérez Mariños, who was the city's bishop at the time. Also in the cathedral, you can admire the 13th century Portico del Paraíso and the permanent nativity scene in the chapels of San Cosme and San Damian. And once you have visited Ourense's 3 most famous things, it is time to discover many other things Ourense has to offer. Take some time to explore the old town and walk around its charming pedestrian streets and Galician granite squares, dotted with fountains, cruceiros, and statues dedicated to some of Ourense's most famous writers. Stroll along the arches of the main square, home to the city hall and the Palacio Episcopal, where the main festivities in the city take place. There are many more chapels, churches, and monuments to visit in the city, such as the Convent of St. Francis and the Archaeology Museum. But if you're more inclined to relax in the green space or stretch the legs and watch the world go by, head for the Alameda Park or the Parque do Pocio Botanic Gardens. Don't forget to take a break to taste traditional Galician cooking in one of the many bars and restaurants in the old town, and you shouldn't leave without having a sip of Ourense's best juices. Ourense's wine might not be as well known abroad as Albariño, but the province has 4 denominación de origen wine labels of great quality: Ribeiro, Valdeorras, Ribeira Sacra, and Monterrey. And a very handy tip for walkers will be to avoid Ourense in the summer, as it gets some of the highest temperatures in Europe. Spring and autumn are probably the best seasons to enjoy Ourense, and during this time of the year you will also find colourful festivals on your Camino de Santiago. For example, Ourense's Magosto, which is probably the most famous in Galicia. Magosto is a traditional autumn celebration in Galicia, when friends and groups gather to enjoy roasted chestnuts and welcome the winter season. Ourense's public Magosto celebration takes place on the 11th of November, which is St. Martin's Day, in the main square. Other very popular festivals in Ourense are Os Maios, which is a pre-Roman festival to welcome spring and is held in May, the International Cinema Festival in November, a Vela Auria Festival in September, celebrating Ourense's history and traditions, Ourense Festival in June, starting in Corpus Christi, and Carnival, which is also a very popular festival in Galicia. And Ourense province is particularly famous for its ancient carnival traditions. So if you need more information about your Camino de Santiago, Ourense, or the Via de la Plata, Please let us know or log on to www.CaminoWays.com/blog.